Swim.
November 6, 2022. 10,000 lucky fans purchase a copy of
Sword Art Online.
A
Heaven.
beta tester
Kirito has been waiting for this for a long time. Link start.
reality game is a technological masterpiece.
Hello guys, welcome back to another DNA Studios anime review or first impressions, if you want to call it that. Yeah, DNA first impressions. So this first impressions video is, you guessed it, on SAO. Now some of you might be confused. Why are we doing a thing on SAO? Well, because there's a progressive story coming out now, which is different from the actual manga or from the actual anime that you guys might have seen on Toonami. The anime and the manga left out quite a bit of the story, and I will be going over a little bit of that today with you guys. So, let's get into this. But first, a little bit of... Anyway, so yeah, some of you guys might be saying, hey, look, I'm not a Sword Art fan, or hey, I saw this show already, or I was bored and it didn't get me, or this is not a great show for if you're an actual gamer. It's not supposed to be. The show is supposed to be a cool anime to watch, and yeah, it has a gamer vibe to it, but it's not necessarily, it doesn't follow the rules of a normal MMORPG or whatever, if you want to call it that. But, however, the original source material and the original novel version is the better version. So, what's the difference, you might be asking? Well, the manga follows kind of the anime and has just a little bit more details than what the anime does, and does go into some depth, and is different in certain ways. But the graphic novel, or the novel, it does not have the pictures, the artwork. It just is writing, and then it reads more like a regular novel type story, kind of like Harry Potter, or kind of like all those other novels that you guys have seen. And also, the novel has the full story and does talk about the side characters. So that's a big thing with a lot of people, where a lot of people, just like in Full Metal Alchemist, a lot of people like to hear or watch the story the way it was originally meant to be told. Now, I'm not sure why they did not do this in the first place. It should have been done from the start when they aired the show, and also when they started making the anime. They should have done this, but for some reason, whether it's budget, or maybe animation was expensive, or just maybe they couldn't afford to do it, or maybe they were on a time limit, who knows, but for whatever reason they did not do this. So the story that we got was the anime, which kind of made the main protagonist seem like a self-centered jerk in some cases, even though on the novel, and actually, even a little bit in the manga, they made it all about him, which is kind of not quite the way the story is supposed to be. For anyone who has read the novel, in the novel they don't focus so much on Kazuto or Kirito directly. They do stuff on some of the characters, so there's more about Asuna, there's more about Egil, there's more about Klein, there's more about all of the other characters that you guys want to see and want to hear about, which to me is fantastic. I like when they go more in depth on all of the side characters, and I have actually read some of the progressive Sword Art stuff, I'm past Aincrad, and I think I've read most of the rest of it, pretty much now, or pretty much all of it now. I think there might be like maybe one piece of it that I haven't read yet, but anyway, I'm pretty much through the progressive novel, which is great. And you can get it, you can buy it. Unfortunately, the only thing I have with me is the manga, which is alright, but if you want the full story, look for the Sword Art Online novel. So that's what the new movie, the new series that is coming out now, is actually based on. It's the Sword Art Online progressive movie, and the reason they're doing it, the reason they're calling it a movie, is because the episodes are like an hour and 37 minutes each episode. is about that length. So that's longer than your standard anime episode. And the reason for that is there's way more stuff that they left out originally that should have been there originally, but was left out when they did the anime or when they did the manga. I don't know why they left it out in the manga. They do cover more in the manga, but it's not quite the full story. So if you're looking for the whole story, I highly recommend checking this out. Now, I watched only the first one, so I can't say too much, and I don't want to spoil anything. So I watched this first half of the Sword Art Progressive movie / series, and so far it's pretty good. Like the animation is great. They do really well with the animation. They did go in depth with the characters, and it doesn't start the way that the anime does. It starts a little differently. It starts focusing on Asuna in the beginning, and then goes into other characters as you go along. Which is great because you get way more in-depth detail on every character, and kind of, rather than jumping into Kirito and the main protagonist and just kind of making it all about him, they jump into, okay, here are some of your other characters first. They kind of tell the story and how they all meet up and kind of how everything happens and how everything starts. And also, you also learn a little bit more about Akihiko Kaiba, the game creator, which is kind of cool. Which they don't go into detail in the anime or the manga. I mean, the manga does go into some detail, but not as much as what you find here with the actual Progressive series. And so far, so good. I love this. Like, this particular version of the Progressive film goes, oh my god, you get everything. Like, there's a lot of detail. Like, to sit, and I probably would have to watch it like once or twice over again to get kind of all the details and kind of fully take it in. I might even watch it again tonight. But yeah, it was really good. So check this one out. This, I would say, this falls under that like Full Metal Alchemist type of thing, where if you like the full story and you want to see a fleshed out version of the manga or the main story done the way it should have been done, this is that version. And for people who want that, this is exactly what you want to watch. Because this flushes out everything. It is the Aincrad story, so it's the first one. And they are going to do a couple of these. I'm not sure how far exactly they're going to go with this, but I'm hoping they'll go all the way through Aincrad and probably through the whole story, I'm hoping. Like I said, I don't know too much of how far they're going to go with this because I haven't seen too much yet. And I actually haven't really checked to see where they're going. I don't even know if there's any information out. If anyone knows if they're going to do the whole thing, leave a comment below. I haven't really looked into it just yet. There's a lot on my list to check out so far, so I haven't got a chance to do my homework on this. But from what I know so far and from what I've watched so far, it is fantastic. So if you're not a Sword Art fan, or maybe you don't like the anime or the manga, definitely watch this progressive film, or this progressive series they're doing, which is, they call it a movie, but it's really just it's just the sort of episodes the way they're supposed to originally be written, closer to the manga, kind of like the Full Metal Alchemist, kind of like what they did with Full Metal. So if you guys like that, this is what you want to check out. And the preview that you hear playing in the background is from Toonami, from when they originally aired the show back on Toonami. There's a lot of pieces missing. Actually, when you watch the preview for that Toonami clip they show, there are a bunch of pieces missing. I'm not going to tell you what's missing. You'll find that out if you watch the Progressive. But yeah, Progressive series is way better than what the anime or manga is. I highly recommend it. Anyway, I don't want to say any more because I'm going to give away spoilers. If you want me to do more on this, if you guys want me to do more, want to hear more about this, please drop a comment or just keep watching, because I will have more stuff as more of the show gets released. My first impressions and my overall thoughts on this is what I originally wanted from Japan and also from the creator of Sword Art. If you're watching, do more of this, because this is the way the story should have been told. This is also the case with a bunch of other shows where Rosario Vampire really needs to go back and do the story according to the manga. It'd be really cool to see a version of that done in this kind of format where they're doing it close to the manga or close to the novel. If it has a novel, I hope it does, but I'm not sure. I know it does. The manga's really good on that one, but yeah. So that would be cool if they did that, but who knows if they're going to do that. But this progressive sword art, the best version of the show. So yeah, if you're looking to go back and watch Sword Art again, or if you're a long-term fan, or you like Bryce Papenbrook, who's the actor for Kirito, you're gonna love this. Anyway, guys, I will see you guys next time, and there will be more. And also, if you haven't, you really should. Whoop, freaking button here. Give it a minute here. You really should get over here and subscribe because there's more coming. Anyway, guys, that is my little piece on Sword Art Online Progressive. Stay tuned, there will be more. Oh, also, one quick announcement. Our YouTube content will be changing a little bit now. Dante is unfortunately not able to make it to meet up today. So he might be in a couple videos, but he may not be in as many. Also, the podcast, it will happen. There might be some slight changes as to how we do the podcast, but it still will be happening. But yeah, give us a little while, guys. We are working on stuff. It might take us a little longer to produce the podcast episodes, so you might have to wait a little longer. But I will have something for you, and I will be doing content for you. So whether it's like little videos like this or whatever it may be, I do have an unboxing planned, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, guys, there will be more stuff coming. But I want to make an announcement that things are kind of be a little tough right now. So we are kind of changing our YouTube content is changing a little bit. I will be doing a lot more solo videos while Dante is not able to make it. And yeah, stay tuned. Oh, also, Linus Tech Tips, we're looking at you. If you need help with anything anything, please reach out to us. We saw your thing on Evangelion, and we saw how terribly you mispronounced Evangelion. So Linus Tech Tips, if you need help with anime, or if anybody needs some help doing anime content, please reach out to us, as we are pretty good with anime content, and we're familiar with most shows. And yeah, that's what we do as anime, is review anime and talk about anime. So yeah. Reach out to us. Anyway, guys, if you are someone out there who wants to do podcasts, or if you're someone who wants to be a podcast host or help out with a podcast, please get in touch with myself or DNA Studios or DNA in general. Reach out to us on social media, or any of our other social media places, or Discord, or anywhere. We are looking for a couple people to help us out. So if you're interested, please reach out to us. Anyway, guys, that is all. I don't want to talk too much because there might be a little if I talk too much. Anyway, guys, peace and have a great day. I hope you like this. Go watch the Progressive Sword Art. Peace.